Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to get you truly well-informed, fast, cutting through all the noise. Today, we're diving into a concept called Mahr. Now, you might have heard it described as maybe a dowry or perhaps a bridal gift.
That's a common understanding, yes.
But looking at our source, excerpts from the wife's Mahr, her inalienable right, it seems, well, much deeper than that. We're going to unpack why this specific financial right is actually pretty significant, especially given how old it is.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to give you a clear picture of what Mahr actually is, and
Mhm.
importantly, why it's framed as this inalienable right for the wife. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding this specific piece of financial rights in marriage.
Okay, let's get right into it then. The source title itself is striking, her inalienable right. So based on the source, what is Mahr exactly? Can we pin down that definition?
The source is very specific here. It defines Mahr as an obligatory gift from the husband to the wife at the time of marriage.
Obligatory, okay,
Yeah.
not optional.
Exactly. But here's the part that really makes it stand out. The text explicitly states it's her exclusive property.
Her exclusive property.
Yes. And it goes further emphasizing the husband has no right to it unless she freely chooses to give it to him. So, I mean, this isn't just a symbolic gesture. It sets up a distinct, independent financial asset for her right at the very start.
That's quite powerful, especially thinking historically.
Definitely. In contexts where women maybe didn't have many independent financial options, this provided, a baseline of economic security, autonomy.
Exclusive property.
Mm.
So she has total control. She can spend it, save it, invest it. It's hers alone.
That's the idea. It doesn't just merge into the couple's general funds unless she actively decides, okay, I want to contribute this.
Right. Now, this term inalienable right, does the source explain where that comes from? What's the foundation for this obligation?
It does, yeah. It points directly to religious texts. The source actually quotes the Quran, verse 4.4, which is seen as, well, foundational.
No, what does it say?
It says, "And give to the women whom you marry their Mahr with a good heart. But if they, of their own good pleasure, remit any part of it to you, take it and enjoy it without fear of any harm." And this verse, it's understood to be strongly supported by the Sunnah, the practices of the Prophet. It really anchors a woman's financial rights within the marriage.
Of their own good pleasure. That phrase seems critical.
It really is. It underscores her complete autonomy over the Mahr. If she decides to give some back, it has to be entirely her choice. Free, uncoerced. It reinforces that this is her property.
So it can't be demanded back or treated like just any other gift?
Precisely. The inalienable part means it's a core right, an obligation that can't just be dismissed or taken away. It's built into the structure of the marriage contract itself.
The clarity is quite striking. How does this usually work in practice? Is it like written down somewhere?
Often, yes. The Mahr is typically specified right in the marriage contract. It might detail an amount paid immediately, that's called muajal, or maybe a deferred amount, muakhar, which becomes due later, maybe upon divorce or the husband's death. Sometimes it's a mix of both.
So the deferred part acts as a kind of financial safety net too.
Exactly. Having it written down really underlines its obligatory nature and her independent claim to it. It solidifies her economic standing.
Okay, so pulling this together for you, the listener, Mahr isn't just some vague cultural practice or a simple gift exchange. It's a clearly defined financial right, actually mandated by religious texts, specifically for the wife. It establishes her individual property ownership right from day one of the marriage.
Its purpose is fundamentally about her financial security and her autonomy within the marriage.
So to sum up this deep dive, Mahr stands out as an obligatory, exclusive financial right for the wife. It's rooted in specific texts and practices, highlighting her independent financial position within the marriage.
And this leads to, well, a really interesting question for you to think about. How does understanding these kinds of clearly defined ancient financial rights for women rights embedded within traditional structures, how does that shape or maybe challenge our modern ideas about economic independence and how family structures have evolved over time?